Welcome back everyone to episode number 85 of our Oxygen Not Included All Achievement Run. Before we get started changing things in the base, let's look at our colony summary and see what we have to do to complete all of the base or basic achievements prior to the spaced out stuff. What we have left, we have let's launch your first rocket into space, which we plan on doing within the next hopefully few cycles. Unlock every item in the research tree. This points to space because we need to do the extra research inside the space to get those discs. We have the Critter Whisperer, which we only need a shovel and a gassy moo, so this also points to space, right? Because we need to go find an asteroid that has the shovels and the gassy moos and then tame them, right? So find and tame a gassy moo, so that correlates with the other one, so we just talked about that. We need to reduce the temperature of a building to 6 Kelvin for not okay but pretty cool. And I believe the only way to achieve this is with supercoolant, so that is a little bit far off out of our reach right now. But in the near future, we might be able to get closer to that as we get more and more research done and as we explore the different asteroids. If we scroll down here, let's keep going. We have to block a meteor from hitting our base using a bunker door. So we need to, again, this points to space, right? Because we have to find an asteroid that has meteors that hit the top of the asteroid. Have auto sweepers complete more deliveries to machines than duplicates over 5 cycles. We probably could do this once we automate a bunch more of the different buildings with the actual auto sweepers and storage bins. So this might be something we could do easily once we add one like storage bin next to the areas like the metal refinery, or you know, obviously the food would be another one, a really big one, because we continually cook for quite some time, all of those kinds of things. So we could probably try to do this one while we are updating the way the base is. So all right, that is where we stand for the achievements that we are currently trying to go for. We are not specifically trying to get the spaced out ones just yet. We want to focus on completing the base achievements from the original Oxygen Not Included list. So let's get started. The first thing that we need to do is I'm going to leave this alone. It's going to send all of the water through, and we have this liquid sensor turned up to 40 degrees Celsius. It's not what we're going to keep it as. We're just going to let it stay red so the liquid can travel through it and just kind of it'll just allow us to cool off the water that's inside the pipes, because right now it's at negative 1.1 degrees Celsius, and we want it to get up to a more temperate temperature, and then we'll start reusing the aqua tuner setup again. Over here, I figured out what we need to do in order to let this hydrogen stop just going in a loop and allowing it to feed back into these over here. And what has to happen is this has to fill up completely. This whole loop has to fill up completely with hydrogen in order to create pressure, and then that once that pressure is maximized, then it allows the extra gases to flow in the other direction past the other way from the gas bridge. So if you do not allow it to build the pressure, then this is what happens. So we'll just leave it alone after we do this, and then we will change it up later on. I think that will be the best way to do that. We'll probably, once this is all emptied out, we'll probably switch up the direction of the flow of the hydrogen, but until then we will just leave it alone and move on to other important matters. In the chlorine bath, it will only clean things that are set inside the reservoir. It does not clean inside of the liquid pipes. So with these germ sensors, it should allow the loop to continue until the germs are cleaned and then send it through the other pipe directly out into our reservoir system set up for our SPOMs and everything else. So we need to add this up here. We will connect it back up in a little bit. We need to fix, what do we need to fix? This one right here. So now all of the extra water that comes through these pipes is going to go up, down, and around, and then directly into this pipe system here. We have both, I think I actually might change this to go in this way. Let's get out this and then remove the water, and then we'll cut the pipe here. I don't think this matters whether it's in one way or the other, in one direction or the other, but I would just rather keep it over here instead. Let's see. What else do we need to do? Ah, there we go. We are going to build one of these over here. Instead of what we currently have set up, I want to remove this from the inside of the base and move it outside of the base, right? So we'll actually need a little bit more room for the bottle emptier. We'll move that other direction. Here, there we go. And then we can get rid of all this weird spaghetti wiring and fix it up the way we want it to, right? Okay, so there's water in the SPOM, we've got the wheeze ward, we fixed the hydrogen loop. Cool steam vent loop we're gonna leave alone. We need to move the research lab. We have a little bit of room down here on this section. So we are going to create that kind of in an opposite manner. So we have this materials study, right? We need refined metal for that. So why don't we just get rid of everything in this room? Let's look at the power. Okay, power is going to need to stay. So we will get rid of all of those. And then these right here. And then when we come back out here, let's go to buildings only. And we're going to get rid of everything except for the ladders. Right, and then that should give us enough of materials back just to create what we are missing. Let's get rid of the automation. And then we will also get rid of these wheeze warts. We don't need them if we're going to move it. Okay, so we'll move all of this up here into their own section, and then we can utilize any of that rad bolts on this side and send it through if we need to. That way we're giving the extra room to the petroleum boiler, and so on. Alright, so another thing that I would like to fix is, or not fix, but add, let's go down at the bottom here and go up. I want to open up that one right there. According to our star map, we have a hydrogen vent somewhere on our asteroid that we have not found yet. So I think that this is going to be the hydrogen vent. I know there is a way to cheese it and look at it, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, so we have a lot of stuff to do. Let's let them work and do what they need. Let's check on Dom and the sandstone. Okay, so we don't have enough sandstone. What we could do is insulated pipe. We'll just make it out of igneous rock instead. Over, down, over. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that should be better. We are missing a research station now, but that's okay. Right? Give us some more of that. And then let's mop this up if we can. It's kind of weird that it's sitting up in the air like that. Okay. We are getting liquid going to the reservoir. No power is connected to this yet. We have not allowed that to attach to anything. But we will build it like this for now. Okay, let's go back here. Alright, how do we got? What does it got here? Alright, so now, let's pause it. Let's look at the germs. In the pipe, right here. Right here, no. Which one is it? This one has 50,000 germs, right? Now this Wheezewort is right here. Let's just keep it on top of there and look. It's staying still. I thought that would, maybe it's because of the radiation not penetrating the insulated tile. We'll see what happens as it moves through the next one. Interesting. I thought that would allow it to remove the germs inside of it, because it's inside radiation, but it's not a lot. We may need to change this once again. Okay, let's look at the liquids. It's not really going anywhere, right? Let's look at the germs again. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Let's deconstruct that one and maybe see if that is what is stopping the germs from getting removed. Because we don't have germs in this one, right? And it is exposed. Alright, let's look. Nope. So what we need to do then is, it says it's green, but it's not green. So if we flip this, then it's gonna allow the water to pass back through here. Let's have the water just kind of cycle directly back into these for now. There we go. Okay, so now that that is set, we can go up. And then if it's below, it should be green. And then let's actually look at this water. No germs. None. Perfect. Okay, I think this is good. Same thing for this. Awesome. So this should turn off when it's got germs. Right? And then send it the other way. Yep. This is working perfectly now. Alright, we are set. I think I don't have to worry about it anymore. I thought I needed to do more, but I don't. So we're gonna leave that alone. We'll put that back into place, and then now that that is fixed, let's see, we need to change copy settings, put that here. We have plumbing. That needs to go, we'll go over and just directly up into the next one to go back into this loop, right? In case the water is germy of any kind. It should have power coming directly next to it, so that's easy enough, right? Okay, so all this has been pretty cleared. Let's change back to everything. Get rid of one of those at a time. I don't think they'll be able to reach that, so let's deconstruct that temporarily. So we're just making room for the petroleum boiler. We're gonna need to move the metal refinery probably over here. Ooh, we have a principal. What do we got? Drecklet and pufflet eggs. We'll do Drecklet. That's turning directly into Barbecue. Okay, this is green. 5 out of 8 critters. Alright. Let's check our loops up here. How are they doing? Okay, there's nothing left in here, so we can get rid of this pipe. Right? Including this right here. And then now that that is fixed, what we can do is change the loop to go the opposite direction. So in order to do that, what we are going to do is go here. And then we are going to cut this here. And I mean, it's not going to be terribly different. It's just we're going to change pretty much a couple of locations. So we need to cut it here and here. And then what we will do is add this go up. And then we can get rid of these 3 here. Right? And then that should solve the issue. So it's continually looped. This way this stays powered. We don't have any issues with the power over here. And then it also allows us to easily continue this loop. Okay, let's look at how this is going over here. Okay, the water is getting pretty warm now that it's going through at a decent temperature instead of in the negatives like it was prior, right? Let's look at the temperature. Okay, and this is what is warming up everything because the door is closed, right? What's up with this here? Okay, so this is all pretty full of water. The next step is going to be to turn this back on, right? But we might start getting some overpressure, which is fine. I'm okay with that. The goal here is just to get it into the same untouchable, you know, set it and forget it method as this over here. So that's what we're trying to achieve. Let's look at our gases again. Okay, that's done. We go over and then that loops. Now we ended up with some oxygen, which is fine. Actually, it's not fine. Let's do this and cut it off. And then, let's see, can we do this temporarily? Let's cut that there. And see if it will let them go through. It is. Perfect. And then look at that. Easy fix. Right? Perfect. And that worked really well because they're going in opposite directions. If they weren't going in opposite directions, it might not have worked out that way. We got pretty lucky, I'd say. Alright, how is this temperature looking? Alright, this ice is still not melted yet. We want that to be in liquid form. We don't want this to be in ice form. So this is going to continue to warm up. The actual pipe itself is at negative 9.5 degrees Celsius. All of this is still pretty warm. But honestly, I think I'm okay with that. Let's see, how is this loop doing? This one's fine. Everything in it is still negative 1.1. We don't have it turning on because it's lower than 0. We don't want it to burst the pipe like it did over here. Okay. We need some more barbecue. Okay. Let's check the rocket up here. Did we complete this? We did. And it is losing power because we're using more than we are generating during the evening. I believe that that's why that is happening. So let's see. I think, did we set this battery properly? We did not. We want it to go at 30. There we go. And then we have water in here. We do. Good. Alright, let's check this battery. Okay, so now it's going back up, right? Once we go inside, let's take a look at the plug. Okay, so all of this doesn't have power. Interesting. I'll have to figure out why that is. Atmosphere. Yeah, there's nothing in here atmosphere-wise. That's why those can't grow. We've got all of this. What is grounded? Yeah, oh, okay. It can't operate from the surface. Makes sense. And then where is this gas going to go is the real question. We'll have to think about that. These storage tiles are going to be nice though, because we'll be able to use them for other things. Okay, we've got a barracks. I think that's because we don't have, what is it called? We don't have any decoration value inside of there yet. And then this room is a miscellaneous room. It needs a minimum size of 12, huh? And we only have 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we are going to deconstruct that and then put a tile here, and then we're going to deconstruct both of these. That'll be our 12. There we go. Okay, let's go back to the main asteroid. Let them run wherever they gotta go. We do have a lot of hydrogen sitting in this, so we'll probably have to, at some point, what am I thinking of here? Add the hydrogen generators back. Okay. We're slowly running out of water in the reservoirs. We could probably start removing the brine so we can move this setup behind the area over here. So we need, what do we need to do? Yeah, let's just set up the pump to pump out all of the different, what are we doing? Refinement, desalinators. I know we got rid of them and we put them back in, and we're putting them back in, but that's okay. We need to go down and input, right? And then I think they are good. Let's take a look. Did we go? Honestly, we could go straight down into the next one right here. Let's look at the power here. Okay, 1 and 2. That's got power up here. Perfect. Okay. And then the last thing that I want to build that we can use is another reservoir just at the end. Right, I want to have an extra section here. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna do it like that. Go over and then back in. That way it's a buffer, right? That's what we want. We need a buffer. Okie dokie. Let's see here. What is next on our list? Alright, let's just take a look at the germs overlay, plumbing, and then germs. Okay. No germs in the pipe. I think we are safe to do that. Right, let's just look at the germs. No germs. No germs. Nope. I think we are set. Which is good. Really, really good. Super excited that that is working as intended now. We will not have to worry. Oh, they can't reach that. That reminds me. We need to put that back. Okay. Oh, it's going the other way now. And that's fine. If it goes in either direction, I'm okay with that. The pipe is blocked. Yes, the pipe is blocked. I understand. Alright. Once all this is gone, we can start removing the area and then very carefully start creating our boiler, which I'm really excited about, by the way. We needed to, I think someone said 10 tiles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the 10th tile below this right here. Super exciting. Never done that before. Let's get rid of you. We don't need... Okay, this is looking really weird, so let's fix that and then get rid of the weird spaghetti wire. We'll do one at a time too. We will need to remove this plastic ladder at some point because this is not gonna, it's gonna be way too hot for that. So let's actually just put it right there instead. And then I think it might be a good idea to put one of these on the other side of this as well. Alright, how's this looking? Alright, so we are not storing any oxygen. It means all of the different areas are still filling up. So if we look at the pipes here, right, it's going up and over. This is specifically made, the SPOM is specifically made to provide oxygen to all of the different Atmos suits, so that is separated from the main SPOM providing oxygen, right? So if you look, this is continually looping, which is good. It's taking a minute. Let's see, is it actually getting colder? It is getting colder, right? It's at 40 degrees. This is colder than it was before. Hydrogen is pretty warm coming out of this area. But it'll get colder as we keep looping it. Okay. And then that should provide us with a perpetual loop of non-germy water. I'm so happy we figured that out. So if that's the case, we will not need the radiation since it is working as intended now. And then we will put another insulated tile here because then it'll look better than it currently does. So I was wrong. The Weezewort does not clean water inside of a pipe. Do not try that at home, folks. Alright, so let's also create a ladder here. What I want to do is get rid of the ladder. No, not everything. We just want buildings. I'll leave that ladder there until the other one is built. And then I'm going to create the ventilation for this down here. We're going to provide 2 of these, 1 on each side, and then we are going to enclose this room. The reason I want to do that is specifically because I need to create a what are we doing here? I need to create a specific pipe, gas pipe that's going to provide carbon dioxide that is pretty warm right? We even have it kind of looping with the warm water right next to it, right? So we want this only getting carbon dioxide coming from all of the different coal generators. And that's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna have it all sent into another reservoir, probably another reservoir right here. Actually, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Another one. Since we're going to use that for launching our rockets, right? Okay. How's this temperature looking? Getting pretty cold. That's good. This isn't overly cold, which is what I was hoping for. How is this loop doing? We haven't provided any power to this yet. This is overpressuring, I think. And it's running, so that's a good sign. Alright, I think we can just kind of let those sit. Another setup that I want to do is I want to create a fertilizer setup. We have a lot right now, but we could use the natural gas, and we could use, you can always use more fertilizer. So the way to set that up is to put it in its own room, kind of like this here. We put like one and then another one on the other side, starting with shipping, right? Because it requires phosphorus. So if we put that in the middle, and then we had refinement, fertilizer, synthesizer, we do like 1 and 2, and then we have like a shipping. We have a chute right here that delivers the phosphorus from the Drecos, and then that's just a simple setup of that we're going to probably create in the near future. Let's pick up all of this, all these goodies, including this steel that we should have never used. Okay, and then another thing that I think we should do is let's just get rid of all of the random insulated tiles that we had for our original power spine. This is going to help with equalizing the temperatures of the base. See, it's really warm right here, but it's like super chilly over here. We don't need that. Okay, let's remove, let's cancel that, and let's put a... Wait, did I see that right? We have an oak pinch row. Nice. Let's actually incubate that. Oh, they are so angry. Whoops. And then, let's throw oak pinch rows in here too. There, now they're not going to be mad anymore. Okay, cool. There we go. Now all this is opening up. We could probably get rid of this bridge. This is looking better by the moment, right? Okay. I know this looks nice, right? Looks like a circuit board. Alright, so we need more and more of this water. We're pumping it in both directions, here and here, which is good. So that's pulling out all of the solution in here. Let's, what else could we do? Is that getting warm? It is. It is getting really warm. We made it out of gold because I figured it would get cold, super warm. But that's okay. Alright, now let's take a look at this up here. So this is not providing enough power. We probably need to do some hydrogen generators behind the lines over here. Where would we put them? I mean, we could put them right next to here, right? Yep, it's probably what we should do. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do power, hydrogen generators. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do 4. Yeah, we're gonna do 4 of them behind this. There we go. We need a bit more. Let's see, how warm is this stuff? It is pretty warm, but we need more of this, so. Okay, let's scroll down here. Did we open it up? We did not open it up. It's unreachable. Why is it unreachable? Because there's no oxygen flowing. Okay, so to fix that, we're going to temporarily provide oxygen from the other line. Let's deliver a suit here. Not sure why we don't have a suit on that side. They can't get from one section to the next, so I'm not sure what happened there. Are they starving? They are looking for food. It might be worth making berry sludge. Might be worth it. Let's see, this polluted dirt should be sending all of that down here to these. Yep, it's got polluted dirt coming. Perfect. Now what do, if we look at the other ones, what do they eat? Okay, they also eat polluted dirt and rot piles and slime. They also eat slime. Okay, so these do not eat slime, but the oak shells do. Okay. No, no. Just leave it alone. What do we have here? Okay, so now we have oxygen flowing in these. They should be able to come down here and take care of business for us. And that's why we haven't had mushrooms. But we have a lot of food. What's going on here? Batteries have died. Things are wilting. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, so all that is getting built right now. How much power do they need? Yeah, they need a lot of power. How much are we consuming on this line? We don't have a lot being consumed right now, so if we turn it on, does it work? It does. Oh. Actually, let's make that out of igneous rock. Alright, and where are we pumping this to? Right here. Okay, so I think let's fix this really quickly. Go up. No, it's gonna go up. No. What am I doing here? We wanna go... Oh my gosh. Get it together. What are you doing, Dom? Here we go. 1, 2, and then we're gonna go 1, and then down, and then cut this here and here, and then turn this all to a 9. That's awesome that we did it. Perfect. We'll need to set up a receiving, because this is the receiving, right? Maybe we also put them down here as well. Base, liquid reservoir, 1, 2, 3. No, let's do 2. 1, 2. Man, that's got a long way to go up here for that volcano. but I'm okay with that. Look at that. This is all getting nice and toasty, like super duper toasty. Okay, now that this side has been built, we can get rid of the ladder here. I didn't mean ladder there. I meant ladder right there. And then we'll put one of these all the way down to that. Yep. Let's keep going all the way. No. Stop right there. There we go. Whew. This is not easy. They're going up and down the pole. That is so entertaining. Alright, we can get rid of that. Let's get rid of this one. Yep. Perfect. Alright, we have polluted water all the way over here in this loop. And it's going into this direction. Let's see. Okay, this is slowly making its way out of there. We're filling up these again, which is what we needed, right? We have our oak pinch row. Super exciting. Can't wait to see those in action. What else are we doing here? Let's see. We probably should send this water somewhere. Honestly, not sure. It's still going out in this direction. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna fix this right now. I love this so much. I don't know why. It really makes me laugh. Okay, let's get rid of these. We don't need that anymore. We don't need these anymore. This is just the buildings. We're not getting rid of anything else. There we go. Let's get rid of this extra shipping. We'll leave this here because we'll need to send the phosphorate to the fertilizer farm, which we'll probably do soon. Are we stuck? Yep, we are stuck. Can't say I've seen that before. A duplicate and stuck in the same sentence? No way. Yeah, we're gonna need to get rid of all of this. One section at a time. There we go. And then let's turn the priority of those to like a 9. There we go. Much better. Unreachable food. Who can't reach food? Oh, that's why. Now you should be fine. Let's add another one of those over here. And then section this off some more. Okay, so all of that is pretty much done. Let's get rid of these two. And then we want a manual door here. Same thing on the other side. And then we are going to enclose these like so. So I think think the goal here, we're going to allow it to become close to vacuum status. Close to it, at least. Or we can put some automation in here and make sure that the gas element right here is set to carbon dioxide, because if it's not, then it won't go off if we don't need it to. That's it. That's what we needed to do. Perfect. Alright, now we can put some doors inside. Let's do just regular doors, regular manual airlocks. We don't need anything fancy. All this is made out of copper. We didn't choose something crazy like steel. New printables, okay. A snazzy suit, please. Thank you. All right. So we're in a really good spot now. Let's take a look, make sure the temperature up here is waning. It is, it's going down. We're deleting heat and we're making messes. Why are we making messes? I do not know. Are we stuck? Yes. Yes, we are. That is why. Okay, that would be why. We need to fix that problem. And it's so cold, the germs are going to go away. Not really worried about the germs right now. Once this is built, should be fine. Man, this is a roundabout way to get into the locations that they need. Alright, now we should not be stuck. Damage, overheated, liquid pump. Oh. That's because it's made out of cobalt. I didn't realize it was going to be... What's it coming out at? It's not showing too hot. But that's fine. We'll change it to something that... Do we have gold or do we have something else? Let's just look. Plumbing, liquid pump. We only have iron, cobalt, and copper. Let's see. They all have the same overheat temperature. We can't make it out of lead. So it's because the ambient temperature in the region is higher than that, right? So if we look at possibly, I don't see gold anywhere. We'll have to make some steel, I think, and send it over. Let's see, how much? It's 400 steel. Okay, we'll send steel over just to fix that problem. Let's go over here. And then we want to... Where are we going? We are going to the input. It's output, input. It's a scary thing. Oh. If that's the input, I put this in the wrong location. Oh, that's good. That's good, though. We have crude oil sitting here, though. Not sure how that got there. Probably fell down and everything else. That liquid sulfur will be nice, though, because we can continually get crops made with the grub fruit. Because that's why we haven't gotten anywhere close to no dirt. It's because we've been using grub fruits, right? And the grub fruits require sulfur, not dirt. So, for fertilization. Okay, let's look at the temperature here. Man, from these, like, this whole area got so cold so fast. I'm so surprised. Yeah, very, very surprised. In fact, what we are going to do is we are going to pause, cut the pipes here. No, we don't want to cut both of them. What we want to do is let it go back down and out, and then we'll let this warm up a little bit more. We don't need it to be that cold, so now we cut it here. That's fine, and then we go over. Yeah, we don't need it to be that cold. It is nice and chilly, but we don't need it to be that chilly. Look at all these Paku. I don't know how many Paku we have in here, but it's a lot. That's a lot of Paku. Actually, what we can do, you ready, 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 boom. How much goes? Do. Okay. We should be able to get... We have steel right here for some reason. Or is that cobalt? That's cobalt, okay. So this water is going to flow into both of them. I only had it in one when we needed it to flow in both of those. What is this extra piping here? We're just going to get rid of that. We don't need it. I don't know why it was there. We were sending... Oh. No, don't get rid of that. That's what we were doing. We were sending the extra water coming from the other toilet over. Because we had someone on the triage cot. Phew. Alright. Wait, before we close those off, they need to be plugged in. We need one of those. And 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay. Now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then the last but not least, let's do this right here so we don't have to add too much extra of the wire, and then we should be good. I know it doesn't look the same, I'm sorry, but this actually saves us a little bit. Alright, and then the last thing to do is let's do piping. What do we got here? We have this going up, over, down, and around, and into the... So that's oxygen. That was coming from... Oh, this is supposed to be the supply, but we are not making enough right now. Okay, we have ventilation here. We can go down and over and around. We aren't using this here. That might be it. Yeah, I think that this might be it right here. What we do is we go over, and then we cut the pipe here, and then we use this pipe to go over, down, and around. And then we just go straight down. Actually, before we do that, where are we going to put the gas pipe for this stuff? put another one right there. And then we'll put a bridge. We need 2 bridges. I'm thinking ahead here, so forgive me for not stating that clearly. Here we go. And then what we're going to do is we need another bridge going this way. And then 1, and then 2. So what's happening is I'm thinking about the carbon dioxide that we're going to send up and around from here. And we won't be able to do that if we have all these gas vents, right? So the best way is going to be, we need to fix it now so we don't have to fix it later, right? How are we going to do that? So we want to go over and up, over, up, and straight across. And then this is going to go up. There we go. That's our carbon dioxide. We're just going to leave that there for now. Not going to do anything else with it. But what we do need to do is separate. We'll do it this way. We'll go over here. It doesn't matter which way we do it. We are going to have to go use 2 bridges. And then we need one more bridge here. And then we want to go over, down. Let's go straight down. And then we're going to go over on the right. There we go. This is a little extra, a little convoluted, but it'll get the job done. All right, let's let them roll. We're down to 3 and 3. So what we're going to do is remove that and let's put some more stone hatchlings in here. Perfect. How do you guys think this is going? I know that there's a lot of feedback on, hey, you should do it this way. Hey, you're missing something, or there's some other ways that you could have done that. And I'm okay with seeing those things because I'm not the only one that plays this game, right? There's so many people that have different ways of playing that I really enjoy the help. I do. Because there's, again, the biggest one was these cool steam vents, right? I did not know if I was going to be able to fix this one or anything like that. And I did. It did work. It just took a little bit of time, right? Alright, so this is above 40, so it is going... We could probably go lower, right? We could probably go to 0. And that's just going to keep running for a while. This has gotten a lot colder since we changed the setup to fix the hydrogen, right? We fixed it, kind of. So what I think is if we keep the loop like this. No, yeah, no. And then cut the loop here. Yeah, we don't need to fix any of that. So what I'm doing here now is hopefully allowing it to flow just around in a circle, and then any extra will get added to this. But if we go I'm just testing this out. Now it should just keep flowing forever. Theoretically. The staggering is really bothersome. I wonder if that's because the game is like not liking it. That's fine. Okay. Back to business here. They're working on all this fun stuff. Where is the piping? Okay, where is that going? It's not really going anywhere else. Wait! I am so happy we saw that. Let's do this really quickly and fix that, because we don't want oxygen in this pipe. Why is there oxygen flowing in this direction over here? Oh, I see. Alright, let's go back. We did something bad. Go back. Go back. So that's gonna stop probably right here, since it's not supposed to go here. Well, it is, but we don't want it to, is what I meant. So what I'm going to do is vent this pipe a little bit, like right. Where should I vent it out? Maybe like right here, temporarily, and then right here to vent out all this, and then we can use it the way we want to with the carbon dioxide and the hydrogen. Perfect. I was getting ahead of myself, so I made some mistakes. That happens. Oh, is this all full? This is all full. Good. Good, good, good. So another reason I want to create the fertilizer creation room is directly related to the gas range, right? We need natural gas, and we cannot just rely on it to be made from the natural gas geyser, because it doesn't provide us enough, right? So we're going to need another source of natural gas, and until we have different types of setups that provide us with that, like the sour gas setup, I believe, like the sour gas, you turn that into a couple things when you heat it and cool it. We can't have that until we have supercoolant, so the natural gas will be easily obtained with the fertilizer setup. So that's just on the list of things to do soon. We're almost done with this piping, I think. Did it vent? It did. Okay, so let's deconstruct that vent. Let's check out the gases in this one. Okay, they're venting right now. It's overpressuring. We'll leave that alone for a minute. Okay, let's take a look at these ones over here. How hot is it? Oh yeah, that's pretty hot. Okay. So maybe it would be a good idea to create a ladder here and then open this up and let it kind of flow into a pit. Wow. This is so cool. I'm super excited for all this stuff. Especially like the liquid sulfur and whatever these are over here. Oh, we should probably do that so that we can make our room, our liquid lock here, right? Wait a second. Slime meteors? Oh my gosh. Well, isn't that awful? I didn't even know we had that on this asteroid. Either way, that is rough. This is what we'll need in order to, let's see, can we make a bunker on this? No, we need steel. We need 500 kilograms of steel. Oh my gosh, all right, we need a lot more steel for that. Well, I guess we just build one up here and hope for the best. What else came in here? Copper ore. Okay. That is so unexpected. And very interesting. It's probably so cold up here though that once it stops throwing meteors at here, I'm willing to bet that it all just dies. Okay. Alright, so now that those are fixed, right? At least I think they're fixed. Yep. Alright, so let's go here, go up, and then over, and that should be fixed for good. Let's come back over here, put you, there we go. Now that should also be fixed. So this should be hydrogen. Up, over, down, and around. Arrow, 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 down, and over here. Perfect. Okay, the last thing we need is to add the automation wire, which also... Let's go all the way across. Okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, instead of doing it that way, we're gonna go straight down because it's less. See? Yeah, it's way less. And then we're gonna put a priority of 9 on all that because we want it done more quickly than the rest of it. Alright. This piece of ice was really cold. It was like at -30 when we started. And the radiant pipe is slowly warming it up, so eventually it will melt and give us water back in here like we needed it originally. It's just good because we have the loop going, it's a lot colder. So we could just turn this back up to like 20 again. Let this warm up. Actually, let's just make that even more. Let's do like 60 degrees. I want this water to melt so that way it does what we want it to. And if we look, there was polluted water in here originally, right? But it got so hot that it turned into dirt and regular water without even using a compost. So that is a neat way to turn polluted water into dirt, is to heat it so much that it turns into steam. So we could do that if we really wanted to. That's what I mentioned in the last episode, but I'm not going to do that right now. But it's just kind of a neat concept because it requires less power than if you did it a different way. Okay, all this is getting built. This one needs to be done right now. So this one also needs to be done. Otherwise, the hydrogen is just going to keep getting made and or utilized without adding power, and we don't want to do that. We want it to add power to our system, right? Okay, so this is not behind. It's staying as it is, so I hope this goes up as soon as we have hydrogen, the hydrogen generators. Okay, are we awaiting iron? Okay. No, 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 no. I don't need you to go that way. Never mind. Ignore that. What we do need to do is go up and over and over and around. So we send all the water that's in this reservoir out. Okay, this is dormant now, so I'm just gonna open this and let the water come out. We're already getting rid of it, so... I'm just adding extra liquid. We have the room for it, so I'm not really concerned. We're using it in 2 different locations, so the more the merrier right now. I know it's super cold. That's one of the next steps too, is to add another Atmos suit area. So they do use that over here. Okay, let's close that up. Perfect. All right, now let's do that. And then once all of the water or brine gets sent out of this, we will make other adjustments as well. Okay, let's look down here. Did this get done? Did not. It's unreachable. Why are we unreachable? No. Up, over, over. Down. It shouldn't be unreachable. Oh, this is why this is unreachable. These are not done yet, so okay, got it. I think we're doing pretty well. We've turned things around. We've accomplished a lot of the different things that I wanted to for this specific episode. We don't have material for here, and what are we using? We need, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna use cobalt temporarily. We're just gonna put cobalt right there. And then we'll need to put another metal refinery. It'll probably go over here, or we can section this off and add the metal refineries on this side of the industrial brick that we have. Okay, come on. You can do it. At some point they will complete it. Come on. Perfect. Okay, and then we're gonna slow it down right. Oh, it already is slowed down. We're gonna leave it at that for this episode, everyone. Please let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns, all of the above. I do love hearing the feedback. Even if it is constructive criticism and there is something that I'm doing that is not correct, please do not hesitate to let me know. Oh man, who made a mess? Oh, Dom. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you in the next episode.